Have you ever been stuck in a conversation, about the weather or weekend plans, and you can literally feel your energy just draining away? You might have told yourself you're just not a people person, but what if that's not it at all? What if it's not some kind of social flaw, but it's actually about how your brain is wired? All right, let's get into it.
Really think about it for a second. That very specific feeling of being physically exhausted after just a couple of minutes of polite chit-chat. If that sounds painfully familiar, then you are in exactly the right place. Because the reason behind that feeling is, well, it's fascinating, and trust me, it has absolutely nothing to do with being antisocial.
And there it is. That's the big idea, right up front. See, it's not that you're trying to avoid people. It's that you're craving a totally different kind of interaction. You are a depth seeker, and your mind is always searching for something more meaningful than what small talk can ever offer.
So let's break down the mechanics here. Because this isn't just a simple preference, right? It's not like choosing coffee over tea. This is a fundamental part of your cognitive wiring. Your brain isn't just bored by small talk, it's actively frustrated by it.
This right here is so important. It's not that you don't like the surface level stuff, it's that your brain actually struggles to process it. Imagine trying to stream a 4K movie on an old dial-up modem. It's just not going to work. Your brain is built for a high-speed, rich data stream, and small talk is just not delivering.
And this comparison just nails it. Over on the left, you've got noise, all those disconnected little facts of small talk. But on the right, you have patterns, the connections, the motivations, the why behind everything. A depth-seeking mind is basically a pattern recognition machine. It's constantly scanning for the logic underneath the surface. So when all it gets is noise, it feels like it's just spinning its wheels, burning a ton of fuel and going absolutely nowhere.
Which, of course, brings us to that feeling of complete and utter exhaustion. We all talk about having a social battery, right? But for depth seekers, that battery can drain ridiculously fast, and there is a real scientific reason for it. This is not just in your head. It's a legitimate cognitive process.
So, the main culprit here has a name: social sensitivity. What this means is that when you're in a conversation, you're not just hearing the words. Oh no, your brain is running a full-blown diagnostic, analyzing every little change in vocal tone, reading tiny facial movements, these are called micro-expressions, and it's constantly searching for the real meaning behind the polite words.
So get this. While someone is telling you about their weekend, your brain is doing all of this heavy lifting in the background. It's analyzing, reading, searching for subtext, and all the while it's actively trying to filter out the surface-level noise just to find a single, meaningful pattern. That is an incredible amount of mental work, and it's all happening subconsciously. Is it any wonder you feel totally wiped out afterwards?
Now, this whole cognitive trait actually has an official name in psychology. And honestly, just giving it a proper label can feel so validating. It suddenly takes it from being just a weird personal quirk to a recognized psychological concept. It's called the need for cognition, or NFC for short. And just look at that definition. It's a trait where you don't just put up with effortful thinking, you actually enjoy it. You don't tolerate complexity, you go looking for it. Your mind feels good when it's working hard on a tricky problem, not when it's just idling.
This table just makes the difference crystal clear, doesn't it? If you have a high need for cognition, if you're a depth seeker, you are naturally drawn to complex challenges. You want to dig deep. You crave that real understanding. And where does small talk live? Entirely in that low NFC column. It's simple, it requires almost no mental effort, and it only deals in surface-level facts. It is fundamentally incompatible with how a high NFC mind is designed to operate.
Okay, so what do you do with all this information? This is where we make the shift from just understanding the why to embracing the what now. Knowing this about yourself isn't an excuse to just become a hermit. No, it's a tool. It's a tool to help you find the right kind of social situations.
So let's put it all together. This is your new script. You are not antisocial. You are a depth seeker. Your social battery drains so fast because of your high social sensitivity and that deep analysis you're always doing. Your mind thrives on complexity because you have a high need for cognition. And small talk, it's just incompatible data for your processor. It's not a flaw in your personality. It's a feature of your intellect.
And that's really the question to leave you with, isn't it?
This isn't about trying to avoid small talk forever. I mean, sometimes it's just a necessary social bridge we all have to cross. But it is about recognizing your need for depth and actively, intentionally seeking out the people and the conversations that energize you instead of draining you. So, how will you go out there and find those patterns your brain is so hungry for?